this episode, I'd like to take a look back at where we've come from and what we've accomplished in the last 7 weeks. The temporary layout was taken apart and the table beneath it was disposed of. Drawings were made for the new layout, and when approved and the room was ready, the lumber was purchased. The first thing to be constructed were the legs, and when that was completed, the framework was set. Upon completing the framework, we added a deck to the top of the table. When this was completed, we put on a second layer of the sound deadening material. When this was completed, the track work began to be laid. All the necessary components had to be purchased and in place before we could complete this. This is where I left off at my last update, and you will see in a few seconds where the problem was. The 90-degree crossover had a problem with alignment and couldn't be realigned. When the new one arrived, it could now be installed and tested. When found acceptable, we could now work on constructing the second level to the layout. With the framework in place, the decking could be set, and now allowing for the front surface to be designed. This was a totally new experience for me, as I have never worked with the pink insulation board, and I found it very interesting trying to use it and carve it out to form the mountain surface that I wanted. When I was satisfied with what I had done, I could paint it and now start laying track on the second level. With the track laid out, I saw where the trestle needed to be, and I could start the construction of the trestle. Pieces were ordered from Scenic Express so that I could complete this. With the trestle in place, I could start wiring the second level and doing some test runs of trains on it. Once I was satisfied with how the trains ran on the layout, I could start placing some of the structures in place, and with that, designing some of the scenes of interest. I will now give you a quick overview of the layout. This is the left rear corner on the upper level. We have the station, which services the point-to-point and the dog bone, and behind it we have a lake with a fisherman in it. On the other end of the upper level, we have another station, and we have a house and a church, and a water tower and some other structures. On the lower level right-hand corner, we have the village. In the village, we have a few structures. We have a service station, and we have a Lionel train store, along with a little restaurant. We have the station and the milk platform and trucks servicing it. Behind that, we have a post office, a residential house, the chapel, and schoolhouse. We also have the firehouse back there. We have the station up front and the water tower. With that, we have our industrial area. For the remainder of the video, I'm going to let you see some trains running on the new layout.